The April Uprising. While an unknown event, it would have radically changed the history of Europe in many different ways. To explain it shortly, it was an uprising by the Bulgarian militia spawned by the Bulgarian Revolutionary Central Committee. It was brutally put down by the Ottomans, which triggered a massive amount of outrage in Western Europe, the United States and Russia, which in turn led to another Russian-Ottoman war. While the Bulgarian revolutionary militias who survived the uprising still helped the Russian army, the bulk of the work was done by Russia, which led to a lot of influence in the newly created Bulgarian nation. Now that we know what the April Uprising was, we have to see what could have happened for it to succeed. For one, the other revolutionary groups in the Ottoman Empire would have had to fire at the same time, which, while hard, I don't see impossible. The other aspect which would have helped the uprising would have been the revolutionary Vasilevsky, who is also regarded as a national hero of Bulgaria. He was killed in 1873 by the Ottoman irregular militias. For the scenario, we have him alive. Now let's see how this different Bulgarian uprising would have played out. The Bulgarian militias would be a lot bigger because of the charisma of Vasilevsky and his military skills. They would have helped in key battles around Bulgaria. With the Ottoman side joined by the uprising in northern Greece, Bosnia and maybe even the Arab portions of the empire, the uprising gains great amounts of territory and even tries to push to Constantinople. Taking this opportunity, Serbia, Greece and Romania declare war on the Ottomans. Some weeks later, the Ottomans sue for peace. While imagining this peace deal is pretty hard, that's what they came up with. The Romanians seizing northern Dobruja, the Montenegrins taking a big part of the coast, the Albanians carving out a small state. In Bosnia, the religious group split between Christian Bosnia and Muslim Herzegovina, and the Austrians seized another part of Bosnia. The Serbians and the Greeks seized large part of their core territories, and the British, who host the meeting, jointly administer Cyprus with the Greeks. The rest of the territory, from central Macedonia to Dobruja to the outskirts of Constantinople, lie the Bulgarian state. Now that we enter the period of an independent Bulgaria, we have to look into the politics of it. In our timeline, Bulgaria became a semi-constitutional monarchy under the German noble house Saxe-Coburg and Gotha. In our timeline, under the rulership of the liberal Vasilevsky, Bulgaria becomes a democratic republic with ethnic and religious equality. This greatly benefits its relation with France, the only nation with a similar government at the time. The Ottomans, while still a regional power, are nothing compared to what they were before the revolts. The political paranoia of the Ottoman government grows and multiple coups have happened. Russia, with more ambitions to the weak state, declares war and wins in less than a month. In the peace deals, the Ottoman Empire is forced to give independence to its Arab territories in Kurdistan and pay heavy war reparations to the Russians. Italy, seeing the independent Tripolitania, invades the weak state and establishes the colonies of Libya and Tunisia. The newly created Arab nations triggered the Constantinople Conference around the start of 1906, which is idea is solving the claims of European countries in the Middle East. The conference ends in a disaster as Islamic extremists bomb the meeting. German delegates are quick to accuse the Ottoman Empire, which was under Russian protection at the time. In a few days, all of Europe starts mobilizing as the German demands to Russia start firing. Germany demands overlordship over the Middle East, demilitarization of the Ottomans, and allowing a German-led investigation on terrorism in Turkey. Russia refuses the demands and France sides with them. Germany calls upon their allies in Austria, Hungary and Italy. At the start, all Balkan states declare neutrality apart from Herzegovina, who is forced into the Entente by Austria, and Bulgaria, who joins the Entente. I can also imagine Serbia and Bosnia joining the Central Powers because of their ambitions in Bulgaria and Herzegovina respectively. The Western Front starts off as it did in our timeline, Germany bypassing the French force to Belgium. Romania also joins the war around the middle of 1907 on the side of the Entente because of their claims in Transylvania. Germany is also forced into the Entente by Italy, who has ambitions in the Eastern Mediterranean. By 1908, Germany has consolidated the Western Front and a part of the Eastern Front. Romania and Russia have pushed the Austro-Hungarians out of Galicia and Transylvania. France and Britain have seized the Italian and German colonies and started pushing into mainland Italy. By 1911, France has pushed the Germans to the Rhine and Romania has consolidated Transylvania. The Soviets have started the Russian Civil War and the Treaty of Brest-Litovsk was signed. On the 21st of September 1911, the Treaty of Strasbourg is signed by both sides of the war. In it, the independence of Croatia, Poland and Hungary are guaranteed. Germany is forced to demilitarize, seize houses foreign to France, and cede the Polish majority territories to Poland. Serbia is forced to cede territories to Bulgaria and the newly created Croatia. On the 23rd of January 1912, the Second Constantinople Conference begins, which effectively puts an end to the Ottoman Empire. France receives Syria, Greece receives big parts of Western Anatolia, and Armenia gains its independence. Britain also receives the Bosphorus. After the Soviet-Polish War, which Poland won in a landslide, to Western Lend-Lease, Belarus and Ukraine are liberated. As the Great War draws to a close, Europe's political landscape has been greatly altered. Independent nations have emerged, borders have shifted, and the course of history has taken a markedly different turn. The April Uprising, once an obscure event, has become a pivotal moment that will shape the destinies of nations and continues to influence the world in previously unimagined ways. If you have enjoyed this video, I would love it if you subscribe to both the Alternative History Guild channel and my own, which will be linked down below in the description.